Says the board also intends to listen to concerns over the next course of the period for that deal from the business community in light of concerns from the Chamber of Commerce. He says the board is focused on finding new ways of generation and being able to provide the solutions to provide affordable power for all Bahamians. Teamwork is one of the things Public Works Minister, the Honorable Desmond Bannister, told the new board at Bahama's Power and Light he expects of them. On Monday, the minister met with the new board at BPL, outlining his expectations and pressing issues that they will be called upon to address. While the board did not speak during the presser, they were brought up to speed on the happenings at BPL. Jiminy DeSwain reports.
The board is not to delve in the minutiae of operations.
Days after its official appointment, the new board at Bahama's Power and Light Company learned exactly what will be expected of them and their area of purview from the Minister of Public Works, the Honorable Desmond Bannister. Minister Bannister told the new board their role is to implement policy and not to manage at the electricity company.
We have a CEO, Mr. Hasty, who is highly accomplished. He is going to report to you, and a number of other people report to you. If they're not performing in a satisfactory manner, then there are things that you can do. But you are not, as a board, to seek to come into BPL and run the day-to-day operations.
Those matters, he said, ought to be left to the portfolio and job description of CEO Whitney Hasty. Minister Bannister also informed the board of his expectation as it relates to the agreement signed several months ago with Shell North America for a new plant and rate bonds.
Your job now is to seek as quickly as possible to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Shell. We have rate reduction bond legislation, and we are going to shortly appoint directors. It's going to be important for you as a board to be able to move ahead with the rate reduction bond.
With immense challenges with generation as well as with transmission and distribution, the Public Works Minister advised the board that the Bahamian people are also expecting movement when it comes to development of renewable energy and that nothing ought to hold the board back when it comes to that.
You will have several proposals that are before you of some wonderfully creative ideas that Bahamians have for renewable energy throughout the Family Islands. It's going to be important for you to look at those.
Now, no members of the board addressed the media at that time. However, the minister urged members of the board to continue to work together and address the number of outstanding challenges that are before them. Jiminy DeSwain, ZNS Network News.
Public consultation continues ahead of the introduction of local government here in New Providence. A committee was appointed several months ago to gauge the needs of residents and to gain insight. Leading that team is Senator Raynard Henfield. He says introducing a strong system of local government would empower New Providence residents to resolve a lot of local issues. He says we live in a country with innovative, intelligent, and proud Bahamians who, while eager to assist in community and national development, are limited to vying for Parliament to contribute to the development of our communities. And still to come, back to school giveaways for students in Montmoriah. You're watching your news leader first at 6.
You can count on me. Just call me and I'll come by.
My first memory of music would have been a performance when everyone was singing the song. The song was drop down and come up slow, and everyone in the crowd was singing. I was amazed. I was in shock.
I did not always want to be a performer, I actually wanted to be a doctor. And when I was on my way to med school, I had this whole epiphany, and I went to Berkeley College of Music, and that's when I made the switch.
If I weren't singing, I'd be singing. I love track and field.
Many different things inspire me. It isn't anything specific. It's just, just enjoying the environment. And that's what I think music should be about, being free.
Tap of a button, I'm able to get in contact with persons all the way across the world. Technology acts as that bridge that keeps me connected.
BTC in one word, I would have to say clutch.
Connected family.
Family.
Every day.
Get ready! Commonwealth Bank wants to make this your best summer ever. Get the loan you need at a special discount this summer only. Cash for your best vacation, best laughs, best memories. And want to know the best part? You could win a trip for 4. So don't wait. The discount ends soon. Talk to us today about your best summer ever loan. Approval is fast and easy. Conditions apply.
What would you do with your part of $50,000 in cash and prizes? Show your KFC bucket love and get a chance to win your part of $50,000 in cash and prizes. Display your bucket love sticker for a chance to win. You could be one of 10 gold ticket winners with a chance to win the $10,000 grand prize and get started on your bucket list. Stick it to win today. Bucket Love, KFC Nassau, it's finger licking good.
This portion of the news brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking.
The nearly 4,000 teachers headed back to the classroom today to prepare their classrooms for returning and new students on September 3rd. President of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Belinda Wilson, telling ZNS News that while there are still a number of lingering issues teachers are still faced with leading up to the new academic year, today was all about preparation.
Some of them are at their schools having different sessions. Some schools would have taken their persons out of the school environment, maybe into a hotel or a hall. So the true litmus test would come next week when all of the children are in school and all of the teachers should be in place as to if everything is a go. So we're going to make sure that you have desks and chairs for our students. We want to make sure that we have sufficient teachers in place. I would have passed several schools. I see the workmen are still mowing the lawns, and I see persons they're still doing some touch-up. So we're going to give them, a few days and come back and give you an update as to where we go from here.
Wilson says she has been driving around schools today and realized that there are still some outstanding repairs to be done to a large number of schools. She says the union will be monitoring school repairs very closely as September 3rd fastly approaches.
A.F. Adderley is incomplete. Eva Hilton, which is known as Oaksfield Primary, that's incomplete. There is some work being done right here at Sybil Strawn to the roof of one block of the school. So for the most part, I think teachers are in there. C.H. Reeves, they're still doing some work there, so we're hoping that they can get into that new block because they're in need of that. There are area vice presidents who are in the various family islands, and they are in charge of the different districts. So I'm awaiting their report.
Most schools will reopen next week. However, today Catholic schools opened. We spoke to the Director of Catholic Education, Claudette Roll, about the school's curriculums.
What is so very important to us is the cognitive aspect of education, meaning we want to have a standard of excellence for the core areas, the reading, the math, the science, the social studies. We also want to make sure that our students are very Christ-centered. We want to make sure that they focus on service as well, which is so very important to building communities. And so what makes us very different is that we are able to integrate those parts of the curriculum, particularly those what we call in the Catholic Church the corporal works of mercy. You have to feed the sick, you have to clothe the naked, you have to take care of the poor. We integrate that into what we do as well.
Additionally, Roll says that the spiritual aspect of education is one of their core values.
Lives means that you're taking care of the body, you're taking care of the mind, and you're taking care of the spirit. And so the focus has to be on the physical attributes that you have and developing those. The focus also has to be on the cognitive, meaning all the academic areas, and we certainly have to take care of the spirit because the spirit is what drives everything else to make sure that we have, like I say, a better world.
Member of Parliament for the Mount Moriah constituency, the Honorable Marvin Dames, hosted a back-to-school event at his Mount Moriah headquarters on Saturday. Children enjoyed music, sweet treats, and were also given backpacks and school supplies for the upcoming school year. Dames says that the event was a collaboration with various community partners.
After completing our summer camp, take an opportunity now to just have fun with the kids and give away school supplies and bags and food stuff and help them prepare for the upcoming school season. And so we bus them in from the various communities throughout Mount Moriah, Yellow Elder, Millennium Gardens, and Stapleton. And one of the things that we like to say in Mount Moriah is that we're beyond that concept of dependence, and where we're more into empowerment. And so this event was a combined effort of not only the Member of Parliament, but also the various associations from within the constituency.
Meanwhile, we spoke to a parent about the importance of holding community events like these.
To me, the back to school means a lot in the community for every parent, because it's a help with the bags and the books, and it's a fun-filled event for the children all year round. So the children look forward for it. And thanks to Minister Marvin Dames for putting on this back to school for the students in the community.
Do you believe in miracles? Well, the family of Denisio Knowles believes. The 2018 GHS graduate had plans to look for a job, but as fate would have it, a chance meeting with a college president landed him a scholarship. He is now in Arkansas. Vaughn Aubrey reports.
Dr. Roderick Smothers was the guest speaker at the fraternity's Honors Day ceremony at Government House on May 6th. The next day, he visited the Government High School and by chance met graduating senior Denisio Knowles, who was not expected at school that day. He was asked to escort Dr. Smothers to the auditorium, and his unexpected college journey began. His stepmother, Nikita Knowles, said it was a miracle.
That short walk from the office to where Dr. Smothers was going to be, Dr. Smothers said he had to do something for him, and he has been true to his word. He called because even after we figured that we may not be able to make this happen for him, he said, this is God inspired and we're going to make this happen.
The college president was true to his word. He made it possible for Knowles to attend summer school, where his grades earned him a partial scholarship. College was still a financial challenge for the family, but last week, the local Alpha chapter presented Denisio with a $10,700 check.
This entire process has definitely been a miracle. It has really, anchored our faith, in humanity and in mankind, because like I told you when we spoke earlier, these gentlemen do not know us. This is the first time we've seen them, we've met them, and they have done something that it is invaluable to our family.
Denisio is the first of 10 siblings to attend college, and Denisio offered this advice.
Stay focused, be encouraged, pray, keep praying, and God will open and answer your prayers. He will open doors, answer your prayers.
Denisio started his freshman year this week. We wish him well. I am Vaughn Aubrey, ZNS Network News.
Transforming lives is what the Bahamas Transformers Music Masters Band program is all about. Their aim is to target at-risk youth through music. Jiminy DeSwain recently caught up with them on the St. John's School campus, and has the details in this report.
Ohana means family, and that's exactly what members of the Bahamas Transformers Music Masters Band program consider themselves to be. The group has more than 100 members that comprises young people who are at risk, as well as members of the family who are helping them to turn their lives around. Dantia Lee is proud of the work of the program.
One thing I like about this program is it's a community-based, family-oriented program. They provide a variety of different things, including music. Even though I have two daughters here that are dancing, they also learn to play an instrument. They also have help with when it comes to schoolwork, after-school classes, afternoon classes. So this program is excellent.
Lee is not the only one singing the praises of the program. Band member Marquez Porter says he's transformed his troublemaking ways.
I was actually in a problem in school, and then we had to end up coming here. I learned respect and then how to play the sousaphone, and then I just got used to music. I want to be a police officer, and then a part of the police band.
For band director, Assistant Superintendent Theodore Campbell, The program is designed to impact the lives of young people with the help of the family.
Therefore, we started a program called the Transformation Program, and it's all about resolving the social ills. This program is not a youth program. It is a family-orientated program. It's from ages 7 all the way to ages 70. We are encouraging the family bond. We have a social ill, not a crime problem. And if we continue to take proactive measures to reach out to our young persons, one child at a time, one family at a time, one community at a time.
It's one that allows the young people to learn a number of disciplines from baby gems to majorettes and those that learn several instruments.
We have persons learning instruments such as the clarinet, the flute, the saxophone, the trumpet, the mellophone, the baritone, the trombone, the tuba. Then we have the rhythm section where persons are learning the keyboard, they're learning the bass guitar, the lead guitar. This is a program focusing on utilizing the gift of music, the gift of performing arts, to reach out to our young persons, first and foremost within the Mount Moriah community, but we are branching out.
The program is one Director Campbell hopes will be modeled into a national one to assist as many young people as possible through the gift of dance and music to direct them on a positive path. Jiminita Swain, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. Sports is up next. You're watching First at 6, your news leader.
That portion of the news was brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, the leader in personal banking services.
Debit card, you can be in the know right now. Turn on notifications for your Visa card from CIBC First Caribbean, and you will know every time your card is used. CIBC First Caribbean, banking that fits your life.
You can count on me. Just call me and I'll come running. No matter the
I got into comedy from the day I was born, and I look up and I saw who my parents was. I know my life is gonna be interesting.
The Bahamian people inspire me, like 100%.
I think the keys of the success to the band Visage has been the ability to stay relevant for the many years that the band has been around.
Technology, it keeps me connected.
What technology have done for me is priceless.
I don't know how I would be able to survive without it.
If I would describe BTC into one word, I would say innovative.
Family all around.
Communications lifeblood of the Bahamas.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Here's your first look at sports for Monday. Nathaniel McKinney hung up his sprints several years ago, but that doesn't mean he's out of the race. The Olympian now runs with the youth of the community where he grew up, Hay and Comfort Streets to be exact. McKinney's DC Sports Summer Program climaxed with a fun day on Junkanoo Beach on Saturday. The participants were introduced to the technical side of 3 sporting disciplines: soccer, basketball, and track and field.
We're using sports as an avenue for peace, and beyond the sports, we want to work on our social development skills with the kids, teaching them how to act, teaching them about life situations and so forth.
All the participants were given backpacks filled with goodies to help jumpstart their school year. Amanda Hanna is happy that her daughter took part in the program. She encourages other parents to have an open mind to programs like McKinney's Own, which is designed to assist those still living in the inner city community.
He's the type of person that if you can show that your child will be disciplined, you can show that your child will be able to grow to become somebody. He pushed them. You understand? He pushed them to be the person they are now. For example, my baby, she's actually going to St. John's because of him. She plays ball, and she was actually honored to her graduation about the ball. So, yeah, I would recommend anybody to come into his program because it's a very good program.
The Charlotte 49ers closed with a 2-2 win-loss record on the weekend. The team, which Janelle Curtis is a part of, hosted their annual Charlotte Invitational, which saw the likes of Elon College, Presbyterian College, USC Upstate, and Virginia Tech taking part. The 49ers defeated Presbyterian 25-16, 25-16, and 25-19. Curtis had 7 kills, 2 aces, and 2 blocks in that game. The team also handed USC Upstate a loss, 25-12, 25-16, 20-25, and 25-17. The 49ers will be back on court on Tuesday playing Davidson. Preseason is well underway in the NFL, and the Miami Dolphins are switching up plays early so they can run into the end zone when it counts. Minister of Education, Science, and Technology, the Honorable Jeffrey Lloyd, said the Bahamas is the second home for the professional team.
This is a sports country, so you bring the Dolphins and mix them with Bahamians and you wouldn't know the difference, whether they, because this is a committed town to the Miami Dolphins, I can show you of that. And, you're not talking about them today, but I also should say the Miami Hurricanes, yes. University of Miami. And you're right there from the University of Florida Gators. So we adopt Florida, Nate. We just love Florida.
Sliding their way back into the winning column after dropping the ball in the final regular season game was the BTC Elite Warriors. Charged back and they pounded the pennant winners, the Sunshine Auto Wildcats, 15-1. The Warriors now have a 1-game lead in the Best of 5 series. One of 2 of the Best of 5 series in the men's division in the New Providence Softball Association being contested by the BTC Elite Warriors and the Commando Security Truckers, who went on to win 10-3 on the weekend. The second frame for men will see the CNS Hitmen play the Chances Mighty Mitts in the feature game on Tuesday. Ikena Johnson will step into the ring in a couple of days. She is vying for the president's post in the Bahamas Boxing Federation. The election is set for August 31st. Here are some initiatives Johnson hopes to implement if she is successful.
We want to redevelop the sport, and we wanted to take it from an avenue where youngsters who love the sport will be able to participate even on the curriculum. We probably can move as far as putting it on the curriculum so we can have it in our school systems. Because with all the violence right now today, it's crucial that we go ahead and we inculcate these programs so that it could be effective and these youngsters would be able to get involved in something positive.
That's your first look at sports. Don't go anywhere. There's more to come.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Adrian Gibson. Now the Bahamas residents can fly or cruise free to the family islands. What are your summer vacation plans?
I'm gonna go to Long Island, and you should come too.
And there's no better time than now with the 2-Fly or Cruise Free promotion, where all residents of the Bahamas can fly or cruise free to the family islands from Nassau. Let's go. Refresh, reconnect, and unwind in the family islands. For details, go to bahamasresidents.com and fly or cruise free to the family islands today.
This is BAMSI, There were challenges, mind you. There were challenges.
BAMS is that impetus for change.
We were just helping the kids to make the connection between food and everything they eat.
BAMS is vital to our national development.
BAMS is well on that way.
I'll compete with them on an income basis. From a shaky start to a bright and promising future.
I done all this through BAMS. There's a whole new ball game.
The Bahamas has quite a story to tell. The sweep of its history and the distinctiveness of its people and culture weave a tale that captivates and fascinates anyone who hears it. From our pirate past to our quiet revolution, from cave paintings in Rum Cay to the creations on Bay Street every Boxing Day and New Year's. There are stories of shocking strife and stunning revival, devastating loss and spectacular success. And above all, the wonderful human story of how Bahamians settled and thrived on these barren rocks and keys, developed a vibrant culture, and created the best little country in the world. This year, ZNS TV 13 will be honoring this wonderful legacy with the 13 on TV 13 documentary series on all kinds of subjects, designed to inform, educate, and entertain you, and share with you, the people, their stories, and the glories that is the Bahamas. We invite you to join us.
Everybody, I on TV. Look, I on TV. Mom, guess what it is? That's me. Bartender, do you see me? I on television. I gotta tell my girlfriend I on television.
Hello?
Babe, turn your television to ZNS.
Quick, I'm on television. I don't have a TV in here.
We have Wi-Fi though.
We have Wi-Fi.
That's fine. They upgrade now. You can watch it live from your phone.
You just have to download the app. All right, hold on.
Go to the App Store, type in ZNS, download the app, and you'll be able to watch ZNS straight from your phone. Hurry up and start over again.
Get your news and more anytime, anywhere with the new ZNS app. Stay connected from around the globe with our live stream news updates, all in the palm of your hand. You can also listen to the ZNS Radio Network for your favorite music. Go into your Apple or Google Play Store and download the ZNS app today.
Miss, I just start now. I still gotta pay.
In Caribbean news, while 34 member states of the Pan American Health Organization remain measles-free, endemic transmission of the virus has now been reestablished in Venezuela. And to stop the further spread of measles throughout the region, PAHO Director Carissa Etienne has urged all countries to rapidly increase vaccination coverage. The former governor of the Central Bank of Barbados has joined Bermuda's Financial Policy Council in making the announcement. Premier David Burt said Bermuda is fortunate for the expertise the economist brings to the body, which advises the Ministry of Finance and Bermuda Monetary Authority on financial system stability. A documentary on Barbadian-born international superstar Rihanna, which has been in works since April 2016, should be released later this year. Director Peter Berg has told Slash Film that it will be out in about 2 months. He said the film, which has been approved by the singer, actress, and businesswoman, will be much more a character study than a music film. And that's Caribbean News tonight.
Time now for weather.
In our first look at weather, we have a couple of troughs around the area, and they are supporting unsettled weather, and those unsettled conditions will remain with us for most of the week. Now, outside of our studios, we're under partly cloudy skies. Your temperature 84 degrees, relative humidity at 78%, the barometric pressure 1,018.0 millibars. That's 30.05 inches, and it is rising. That's going to do it for your first look at weather. So stay tuned, more weather is still to come.
Thanks a lot, Basil, and that's news in the Bahamas tonight, first at 6. But don't you move. News from the north is up next.
Big investments in the maritime sector. Tourism Minister taking a look at properties in the West. And more migrants found at sea.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
The
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. A leader within the maritime sector making a big move on Grand Bahama. Elnet Maritime breaking ground today for a $2.5 million facility on Queens Highway. Italia Hall has our top story.
The facility will be constructed on Queens Highway. Corporate leaders, family, and friends all gathered to celebrate the momentous occasion. CEO of Elnet Maritime Limited, Albert Hepburn, reflecting on his journey from he was a teenager as he joined the maritime industry from the age of 16, and on August 27, 2008, he officially opened his own maritime company.
Since that day, we have serviced over 4,285 vessels. Here in Grand Bahama, as well as in Nassau, New Providence, the Cayman Islands, Port Everglades, Florida, Tampa, Florida, and through our sister company, Elite Marine Management Agency in St. Croix.
He also gave credit to his mother, Janet Shepard, for her many prayers and for partnering with him in this business venture. He says the groundbreaking ceremony represents so much.
It's the breaking of a system that said that success had to look a certain way, dress a certain way, and come from a particular socioeconomical background. It is the breaking of a culture that taught dreams had to be safe, familiar, and packaged. It is the breaking of a childhood of fear, disappointments, and stereotypes. Also, most importantly, it is the breaking of the chains of opinion and oppression and glass. Yes, glass. The glass ceiling that said, I could only go so high, so far, and just dream so big.
Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Peter Turnquist, also bringing remarks, congratulating the entrepreneur, and noting that in order for the government to be successful, the private sector must step up to the plate and take their rightful place.
The more that you do is the less tax dollars that we have to spend in order to support this economy. And so I want to encourage all of you again to use Mr. Hepburn as an inspiration, to recognize that this is a land with fertile ground, that you can be successful here, and to invest, and to help us to realize the full potential of Grand Bahama from west to east.
Minister of State for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Kwesi Thompson, delivering the keynote address. He says this venture is inspirational, adding that in the last few months, the government has seen more Bahamian-owned businesses investing in the Grand Bahama economy.
Elnet Maritime is a testament to what Bahamians can achieve through hard work, through faith, innovation, and dedication. So if there is anybody who says that Grand Bahama is dead, I tell them open their eyes. Open their eyes and they will see. I am in no way saying we are booming. I am in no way saying that we are doing all that we could do or all that we should do. But what I am saying is that we are not dead. What I am saying is that there are Bahamians and there are investors who are pushing their way through in Grand Bahama, and they ought to be commended.
Special presentations were then made. Following the ceremony, Albert Hepburn, along with his family, private and government officials, officially broke the ground.
The project will be completed in 14 months, and once completed, a total of 80 to 100 persons are expected to be employed. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Italia Hall.
Senior Manager of Business Development at the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Derek Newbold, was also a part of the ceremony. He says the maritime industry has been performing well over the past several years on Grand Bahama.
We must find a better way to learn to take advantage of some of the spin-off opportunities that this sector provides. You know, there's a saying that goes, there are great things on the other side of fear. However, most of us have not yet moved beyond our fears to embrace some of those opportunities. When I think of Ellie is certainly fearless, and he's demonstrated that he is able to embrace some of those opportunities, and he's now realizing some of them. So Ellie, what I'd like to say to you this morning is, on behalf of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, we'd like to wish you continued success as you grow and develop your footprint.
Director of Corporate and Investment Banking at CIBC First Caribbean, Raymond Donaldson, thanking the CEO of Elnet, Albert Hepburn, for selecting First Caribbean as his financial partner in this venture.
We are very proud that we have been selected as the financier of choice for the building and equipping of what will no doubt be an ultra-modern state-of-the-art facility. We at CIBC First Caribbean, we see hundreds of projects every year, but not often do we see one of this caliber. It is not often we see a wholly owned Bahamian company, one where the principals combined have over 45 years of experience in the field. One that, as I said before, is not only of strategic importance to the island of Grand Bahama, but to the Bahamian economy. Ladies and gentlemen, what Elnet has accomplished for 10 years is nothing short of remarkable.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Tourism on a tour of tourism projects in the Western District. Despite a tourism slump here on Grand Bahama for the past several years, he is expressing optimism about the future of Grand Bahama's tourism sector. The Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Dionisio de Aguilar, along with Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama, Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe, touring the Western District. The minister notes that a major development is poised to begin in West End, and he wanted to take a look at what is proposed.
It's good to be able to report some positive news about the tourist development in Grand Bahama. And so I'm very excited to come out here and feel it, see it, touch it. So when I get back around the cabinet table, I know what I'm talking about. So no, it's great news. I think the employment opportunities are going to be significant. Hopefully, an announcement will be forthcoming to announce the launching of that project. It's been a long time in the works. The people of Grand Bahama are looking for some good news and something positive as it relates to our tourism product.
The delegation took a tour of the vast acres of land that was once a part of the GIN project. The minister adding that he also visited the cruise port and says he believes that there has been some growth.
Went to the cruise port, went on the ships of the Balearia and the grand celebration I noticed in port. So the ferry business is growing. The government has changed the way they incentivize the ferry business. Prior to our election, these ferry companies would get a lump sum to market. And I changed that. I wanted it to be more performance-based. And so now the ferry companies are incentivized and receive an incentive for every passenger that they bring to Grand Bahama. And the incentive is increased if that passenger stays overnight.
Now, while the rest of the Bahamas continues to experience growth with tourism numbers, Minister de Aguilar admits that Grand Bahama has a lot of catching up to do. But he is assuring residents that this island is front and center of the government's growth and development plan.
I am amazed at all the activity that's going on down here, and I'm optimistic about the future. So I'm going to go back to Nassau and hurry these projects along and make sure that they come to a successful fruition, as I think everybody in the cabinet is minded to do. You know, Grand Bahama has 5 government F&M MPs, and 3 of which sit around the cabinet table. So I want the people of Grand Bahama to know that they're fighting hard for them.
In news from the crime beat, a business establishment on Coral Road was robbed over the weekend. Around 6 a.m. on Saturday, a male and a female employee were attempting to enter their place of employment when they were held up at gunpoint. The culprit was able to make his escape with a deposit bag containing a quantity of money. Now, if you have any information that can help with the investigation, you should contact the Central Detective Unit in Grand Bahama at telephone numbers 350-3107 through 12, 911-919, or call your nearest police station. Police recovering an illegal firearm and ammunition in the Freeport area yesterday. Reports say officers were on patrol in Bath and Circle in North Bahama last evening when they observed a male coming out of the bushes with a bag in his hand. The male, on seeing the officers, reportedly fled back into the bushes. Officers pursued him, but the suspect dropped the bag and made his escape. Police say the bag contained a pistol and magazine with 28 live rounds of ammunition. Investigations are continuing. Over in Bimini, 2 males were arrested for possession of dangerous drugs. Police tell us that officers on routine patrol in Allenstown, Bimini on Sunday morning observed a vehicle with 2 male passengers and a strong odor emanating from it. Officers then stopped and searched the vehicle, but the driver fled the scene. Officers then searched the passenger and vehicle, where they discovered a quantity of suspected marijuana on the passenger and inside the vehicle. The passenger was arrested. Now, late yesterday, the male driver was also arrested and taken into police custody. They are both expected to be charged before the magistrate court early this week. Immigration officers taking 13 Cuban migrants into custody. The U.S. Coast Guard cutter handing over the migrants to immigration officers at the Lucain Harbor. The 12 males and 1 female had reportedly left Villa Clara, Cuba on August 20th in a rustic 17-foot vessel destined for the United States. The Coast Guard spotted the migrants in the vicinity of Elbow Key in Keystyle Bank on Wednesday and transferred the group onto the cutter for transport to Freeport. After taking custody of the migrants, immigration officers transported them to their headquarters for further processing and to be examined by the staff from the Disease Surveillance Unit of the Public Hospital Authority. The migrants were flown into New Providence to be detained at the detention center to await repatriation to Cuba. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news right after this break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Dolly Madison, Freeport's original home center.
Your chance to get at a fraction of the cost
is August 27th to September 1st at Dolly Madison's GE and Whirlpool Appliances
Scratch and Dent Sale.
Refrigerators, washers, washer-dryer combos, freezers, microwaves, ranges, all drastically reduced.
At the warehouse at Dolly Madison.
August 27th to September 1st. But hurry!
Let's go, Junior! Let's go!
Come on down.
KMW Battery and Tire Sales is offering oil change special for just $49.99 plus VAT. Includes oil and filter. KMW is located on West Settlers Way. It's back to school and back to school savings at Bellevue Business Depot. For all of your back to school and teacher supplies, they have it all at an extra 20% off retail price. Crayons, glue, markers, crayon pencils, backpack, character bags, meat notebooks, and teacher supplies for the classroom, and much, much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the backpack bundles for preschool, primary school, and high school, loaded with all the supplies you need for back to school. Teachers get your first 8-foot butcher fadeless paper free when you purchase a minimum of 10 feet, as well as additional discounts at the Coffee Center. All at Bellevue Business Depot, located on Queens Highway.
It's time for back to school at Tech Island, Bahamas. Come and beat that 12% with our Blue VAT-free sale on school supplies, fire sticks, PSN cards, and you don't want to miss our free giveaways. While you're at it, come and enroll your child or children for our after-school program, where your child can come and complete homework assignments and projects in our laid-back, comfortable, air-conditioned cyber cafe with the hands-on help of our wonderful Tech Island staff members. For more information, find us on Facebook at Tech Island Bahamas or WhatsApp us at 602-5165, or just place your order at www.techislandbs.com. We are located in Caravel Beach in the Rachel's Britannia Mini Mall, store number 11. Our hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Sundays. It's back to school at Tech Island, Bahamas, the place for great sales and great savings.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Gold Rock Concrete, now manufacturing 4, 6, and 8-inch concrete blocks and ready-mix concrete. Stay informed on your local weather forecast this 2018 hurricane season. Your #1 news station, the ZNS Television Network. We've got you covered. Covering the Northern Bahamas, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The countdown is on to the start of the new school term. Come Monday, thousands of students will head to the classrooms after the long summer break. Tonight, as we kick off our Back to School series, the Minister of Health is admonishing parents, teachers, and students to focus on healthy eating this school year. The back-to-school season is usually a time of excitement as students return to the classrooms for a fresh start on their academic journey. However, it also means that hundreds of children will have the potential to catch or spread illnesses throughout their school campuses. Minister of Health, the Honorable Dr. Dwayne Sands, says that with the reemergence of measles in the region, vaccinations are a top priority.
A major vaccination campaign in order to increase the coverage so that we don't import a case of measles or have a homegrown case of measles. So vaccines.
The minister has also been advocating for more healthier options within households throughout the country. He says that this theme should also continue as the students return to school.
Cheese doodles and all of that stuff. So healthy foods so that we avoid the health challenges of children that lead to obese, unhealthy teenagers and obese, unhealthy adults.
With the recent change in the bread basket list items, Dr. Sands says that he hopes that Bahamians are taking advantage of healthier foods. As the Minister of Health, he says he plans to do his part by leading by example.
But this is an ongoing dialogue. It isn't going to happen overnight, and it is going to mean every day that we talk to each other about the truth. People get very, very sensitive, and we have some bad eating habits. We don't exercise enough, and it has led to us being a very unhealthy people. So I've got to do it by example. So I've got to eat right, and I've got to exercise.
And now it is time to Ask the Doctor.
Welcome, I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. Continuing our discussion on Darcel's question regarding teenage pregnancies, prenatal care, and some of the associated health risks, if your daughter makes a decision to continue with the pregnancy, encourage her to seek prenatal care. Get tested for sexually transmitted infections, eat a healthy diet that contains more folic acid, calcium, iron, and protein, and other essential nutrients. Stay physically active. Gain weight wisely, avoid risky substances such as alcohol, tobacco prescription and over-the-counter medications, and take childbirth classes. If your daughter lacks the money or transportation to obtain prenatal care, or needs information on continuing her education as a pregnant teen or teenage mother, a counselor or social worker may be able to help. If you are a parent or a teenager with questions, please email askdrbahamas@gmail.com. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Next with Ramiko Knowles.
More Makeup by Megan Coakley. When you want to look like a star. Phone 443-7979.
Your favorite department store, Park & Shop, is back, and now's the time to take advantage of their back-to-school special. We have all of the popular uniform brands, such as Oxford, Dickies, and Stylewise. Boys' shirts, girls' blouses, pants, skirts, as low as $16. Socks, belts, ties, and so much more. And don't forget our red tag specials on boys and girls shirts. Park & Shop located downtown Freeport. Open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Welcome to Jags International. We have Celebration, Valeria, FRS, Bahamas Air, Hotel, car vouchers now on sale.
Girls, I tried book my ticket online with them ferry them. So complicated, they asking for too much.
That's why I stick to Jags. No agency fees or booking fees. Cash and credit, all the same. Blow deals and spectacular services with a smile.
Yes, that's Jags, your one-stop shop to Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Miami.
We even offer cheap car rental vouchers, dollar, thrifty, Hertz, and VIP service.
The
Shop now with Jags and get their $5 discount card. And don't forget the super sales going on.
Love, you look worried today.
Belinda, you know I have 2 more rooms to complete. Now, if I've been from 7 to 12%, how in the world am I supposed to do this?
Here at Island Bedding, we know things have been pretty thin for the past few years.
You think?
15 years, Island Bedding has been keeping Bahamian shopping at home by providing quality products at affordable prices.
Belinda, Island Bedding prices is good. It is really, really good. Your price is going to increase also to 12%. Just saying, Belinda.
Nah, Dr. Love, looky here. Seeing is believing. With the upcoming change in VAT to 12%, we have adjusted too to keep our products affordable. And we did it too.
Now listen here, Island Bedding have done it again, kicking up a whole notch.
Now you know you're getting value for your dollar.
Visit our showroom today on Queens Highway.
Good evening all, welcome to another exciting edition of sports. I'm Ramiko Knowles. First up in sports, the 2018 Commercial Basketball League concluding with an awards presentation at the YMCA. Some 6 teams participated in the Commercial League, but in the end, only one could be champions. On hand for the awards presentation, the Member of Parliament for the Pine Ridge area, Frederick Marco Pine, recalling the days when he attended the YMCA participating in the various sporting disciplines. Marco Pine encouraging the Commercial League coaches to continue making an impact in the lives of young people.
Coaches, we need you. We need you with the basketball to mentor our boys and girls. Because what they cannot find in the home and in the neighborhoods and in the communities, they have to find in our coaches and our leaders.
The Member of Parliament also touching on the important role coaches play in the family structure.
Believe it or not, you're just not a coach. For somebody, you're the closest they'll get to having a father. You're the closest they'll get to having good wisdom or good counsel. They're depending on you. And you don't have to birth a child to be concerned about a child.
Yukino Mix Bean receiving the Championship Coaches Award. Bean says that it was not an easy win, but he's glad they got it.
This season at the YMCA Commercial League was a good one. It was a very competitive season. From the whistle blew from the first game all the way to the last championship game. It was a very competitive. All the teams that were in the league, it was equally matched, and every night you had to come out and fight.
James Feaster receiving the Regular Season Coach of the Year award. Feaster is also recognized as the backbone of the Commercial League.
I've been in the Commercial League for a couple of years, from 1997, 98. I used to coach with NUA Sharkers.
The head coach of the Parliament Pistons also had a few words for this year's championship coach, Mix Bean.
But I didn't win that championship. But I don't want Mix to think that I got him on my mind. I got him on my mind. Trust me, I ain't stop till I beat Mix.
Now awards were also given to individual players from the various teams. The Regular Season Defensive Player Award went to Catano Moss from the Parliament Pistons. The Championship Defensive Player Award went to Cordell Delancey from the Fast Track Gym Rats. And the Sportsmanship Award went to Bowman Munnings from the Parliament Pistons. Regular Season MVP went to Clemente Martin from the Buckeye Oilers. Special Leadership Award went to Mario Mort from Western District and David Mackey from Ferguson Cutters. The Championship MVP Award went to Trevor Bean. Executive Director Special Recognition Award went to ZNS's very own Denzel Inchswain. Congratulations to this year's players and champions. And that's your check on sports. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Until next time, make it a great one.
We from the Bahamas, sun, sand, and sea. A lot of activities, fun for you and me. If you don't believe me, then come follow me. Come right down to this place and we call it KFC. KFC the big cheese. We got the big cheese. KFC the big cheese. We got the big cheese. No one can beat us at anything we do. Sports, art, soccer, jamming, even junk canoe.
Purchase a Big Chief meal today and receive 2 Big Chief collectible cups at all KFC restaurants in Freeport.
Hi, welcome to Richie's Calypso, your #1 family-friendly footwear store. We are fully stocked with everything you need and more for the new school year. With school shoes for boys and girls in all sizes, medium and wide width, thigh highs and knee highs in every school color, sports socks, tennis shoes, cleats, ballet and jazz shoes. From tiny tots to high schoolers, we've got you covered. And teachers, we didn't forget you. A comfortable pair is here for you too. So make Richie's Calypso your one-stop shop for all your back-to-school footwear needs.
Mulligan's Restaurant Supply Store, where you can find all the essential products required by you or your catering companies, restaurants, and bars at the lowest prices. Their professional kitchen supplies, aluminum baking pan, foam products, paper and plastic products, cake boxes and boards in different sizes sold individually, sodas, juices and grocery items, seasonings, peanuts sold by the sack, commercial cleaning products, and also check out the wholesale and retail beers, wines, and spirits section. They're located on Yellow Pine Street. That's Mulligan's Restaurant and Supply Store.
The Awards and Science Center has everything you need to help you give that special someone the most amazing personalized creative gift. One-of-a-kind floral arrangements to brighten someone's day. Recognition awards ranging from plaques to trophies. And yes, even tombstones to memorialize your loved ones. Visit the Awards and Science Center and be dazzled by our vast, beautiful array of supplies on West Atlanta Drive. The Awards and Science Center.
Hi, I'm Olympia Ferguson from Budget Pest Control. On Grand Bahama, there are only 2 types of homes, those with termites and those that will have termites. The signs you should look for are drywood termite fecal pellets, subterranean termite shelter tubes, and of course damaged wood. We now have on Grand Bahama the Coptotermes formosanus, or the super termite, which can do extreme damage in a very short period of time. To know more and to protect your investment, contact the termite experts at Budget Pest Control. With us, it's not just a company behind you, but a family. We are located on 13 Forest Avenue. Call us today at 351-7378.
And a very special happy birthday to Joseph Cooper and little Brene Roll over on the island of Abaco. That's going to do it for us here in the North, but be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Megan Shepard. Have a wonderful evening.
Ahead in the national report, the Public Works Minister telling the new board members of BPL what he expects of them as they enter into an agreement with Shell North America. Teachers head back to the classroom ahead of the opening of the new school year. And Royal Caribbean Cruise Line giving back in a tangible way. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report, starts right now.
This portion of the news is brought to you by BTC Every Day.
A new board at Bahamas Power and Light. Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and this is the Bahamas Tonight. Teamwork is one of the things Public Works Minister, the Honorable Desmond Bannister, told the new board at Bahamas Power and Light he expects of them. On Monday, the minister met with the new board at BPL, outlining his expectations and pressing issues that they will be called upon to address. While members did not speak during the press conference, they were appraised of BPL's operations. Jiminita Swain reports.
Days after its official appointment, the new board at Bahamas Power and Light Company learned exactly what will be expected of them and their area of purview from the Minister of Public Works, the Honorable Desmond Bannister. The appointment of the 7-member board led by Chair Dr. Donovan Moxey and Deputy Chair Stephen Holowesco were constituted after the last board was asked to resign, with the minister citing it to be locking horns on critical issues. Minister Bannister told the new board their role is to implement policy and not to manage at the electricity company.
The board is not to delve in the minutiae of operations. We have a CEO, Mr. Hasty, who is highly accomplished. He is going to report to you, and a number of other people report to you. If they're not performing in a satisfactory manner, then there are things that you can do. But you are not, as a board, to seek to come into BPL and run the day-to-day operations.
Those matters, he said, ought to be left to the portfolio and job description of CEO Whitney Hasty. Minister Bannister also informed the board of his expectation as it relates to the agreement signed several months ago with Shell North America for a new plant and rate bonds.
The government of the Bahamas has determined that BPL BEC will enter an agreement with Shell North America. That is not something that you can change. That is a cabinet decision. Your job now is to seek as quickly as possible to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Shell. We have rate reduction bond legislation, and we are going to shortly appoint directors. It's going to be important for you as a board to be able to move ahead with the rate reduction board.
The minister noted that the company is almost a month behind on a MOU, but Bannister told the board that there are other focuses and relationships it must give attention to, such as with the union and with the utility regulator.
You have union leaders who are going to be prepared to work with you. It's important to be able to sit down and talk with them. They represent a group of workers at this company who are valued. When you read the Electricity Act, you're going to find that you're going to say, oh, geez, I can't do anything without IRCA. The Act is set up in such a way that you are going to be accountable to IRCA before you could do almost anything.
With immense challenges with generation as well as with transmission and distribution, the Public Works Minister advised the board that the Bahamian people are also expecting movement when it comes to development of renewable energy, and that nothing ought to hold the board back when it comes to that.
You will have several proposals that are before you of some wonderfully creative ideas that Bahamians have for renewable energy throughout the Family Islands. It's going to be important for you to look at those. It's going to be important for us to be able to implement them. You have some entities throughout the country that are interested in solar energy.
Now, no members of the board addressed the media at that time. However, the minister urged members of the board to continue to work together and address the number of outstanding challenges that are before them. Jiminita Swain, ZNS Network News.
Well, late this afternoon, members of Bahamas Power and Light's board held their own press conference. Cleopatra Murphy is live at the company's Blue Hill Road headquarters. Cleo, what's the latest?
Good evening. A new board is now at the helm of Bahamas Power and Light, and the new chairman, Donovan Moxey, says will not be sidetracked. This comes after several members of the previous board would have resigned, and the rest of the board was abruptly terminated. Now, the board held a short press conference today, a short while ago, where they were asked questions about allegations of political interference and how that will impact the new board and what it does moving forward. Now, Donovan Moxey says the board is focused on moving the company forward and also improving customer confidence in BPL and also improving overall service that it gives to its customers. Now, he addressed a controversial RFP between Shell North America and BPL that the Chamber of Commerce has raised some questions over. And he says an MOU has not yet been signed with regards to that yet. Now, the board today also met with CEO Whitney Hasty and members of unions representing staff at BPL. Now, again, Moxey says the company and its board is just focused now on moving forward and improving BPL's standing with Bahamians. Back to you in studio.
Thanks a lot, Cleo. The Ministry of Tourism and Aviation has launched a series of icebreaker events across the state of Florida to introduce its brand new Florida sales and marketing team. The recent event was designed to draw travel professionals from both Dade and Broward, and that team is being led by Director Betty Bethel. To date, the mix and mingles have taken place at the Village at Gulfstream Park, Hallandale Beach, Florida, and aboard the Bahamas Paradise Cruise Grand Classica docked at the port of Palm Beach. The final mixer will take place at the Gaylord Palms Resort as the team seeks to drum up more business for the Bahamas from the Florida market. And coming up, the Teachers Union president on the issues facing thousands of teachers who return to school today. And do you believe in miracles? This government high school graduate does. Stay tuned to hear his story when the Bahamas Tonight continues right after this.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Shell, fueling journeys that matter. Summer promotion.
My name is Dawn Pinder. I work at Great Cliff Chocolate and Cigar Company. I am the inventory manager. I have been a customer of Commonwealth Bank for the past 3 years, March 2015 to be exact. At this time, I have a loan with them. That was the reason why I went to Commonwealth Bank. And I now have my checking account and my savings account with Commonwealth Bank. It was easy, simple. They trusted me. I didn't have any accounts with them and they gave me the loan. I will recommend Commonwealth Bank to my friends. I have actually recommended it to a few of my co-workers here that have had the exact same experience that I've had at Commonwealth Bank. I will definitely say that Commonwealth Bank is the bank for the Bahamian people.
When school ends, BTC summer-fication begins. That means freedom to switch it up and break a few rules.
Like a flying overseas and when she touch down, she not stop call me. And I nothing for me breed, girl. Me want no cute like a Bob Marley. Me fix them.
Freedom to mix and, of course, mingle. Freedom to go wild and take the fun to a whole new level. Join the BTC Summerfication for exclusive rewards, cool prizes, and more.
Okay.
BTC, the bigger, better network.
What would you do with your part of $50,000 in cash and prizes? Show your KFC bucket love and get a chance to win your part of $50,000 in cash and prizes. Display your bucket love sticker for a chance to win. You could be one of 10 gold ticket winners with a chance to win the $10,000 grand prize and get started on your bucket list. Stick it to win today. Bucket Love, KFC Nassau, it's finger-licking good.
Sean, what you doing home already? And why you can't do anything I ask you?
Calm down. Everything cool?
Everything always cool, but you running me hard.
I already do everything on the list.
You pay the light bill and phone bill?
Check.
You get the Bahamas Air ticket for me and check the Sky Bahamas tickets for mommy?
Check.
I know you ain't send that moneygram to Junior.
I already do that too.
You sicky. You ain't never do everything I ask you.
I go on the Cash and Go and do everything right there.
You pick up dinner too?
Cash and Go don't sell chicken yet. Cash and Go, your one-stop shop for bill paying and so many other things.
Home is more than where the heart is. Home is where the children feel safe. A place where family comes first. Come home today with a B.O.B. residential mortgage. Enjoy attractive rates with up to 25 years to repay. Or use the equity in your home to fund home improvements or other worthwhile needs. Isn't it time you came home to a place of your own? Talk with us today. B.O.B. Your Bank of Solutions.
To the smallest detail, safety and security, we deliver luxury. Serenity, welcome home.
This portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Condolences continue to be offered for Chief Justice Stephen Isaacs. He died on Friday, 2 weeks after being sworn into the post. House Speaker Holson Moultrie in a statement notes that it was with heartless sadness and a great sense of loss that I received the news of the untimely passing of my personal friend and our esteemed Chief Justice, Justice Stephen Isaacs. Justice Isaacs was a man for whom I had the highest regard. He and I crossed paths many times over a 40-year period during our life journey. We shared similar national interests and often exchanged our views on them. The Westminster model that embraces the doctrine of the separation of powers and our Constitution clearly defines the Parliament, the Executive, and the Judiciary as three distinct branches into which state power is to be divided before a nation can declare itself truly democratic. The Bahamas is no exception. It is in this regard that I offer sincere condolence to the family of Justice Isaacs on behalf of the Parliament. It is most unusual for the head of any of these three branches of power to die while in office. This is one of the reasons why Justice Isaacs' death comes as such a blow, not only to the judicial branch, but to the entire country. The House Speaker continues, the ascension of the late Stephen Isaacs to the post of Chief Justice of the Bahamas is a testimony to perseverance, a commitment, and dedication to a life of hard work. He remained true to his convictions to the very end. Nearly 4,000 teachers headed back to the classroom today to prepare their classrooms for returning and new students come September 3rd. This as the president of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Belinda Wilson, telling ZNS News Today that while there are still a number of lingering issues teachers are still faced with leading up to the new academic year, today was all about preparation.
Some of them are at their schools having different sessions. Some schools would have taken their persons out of the school environment, maybe into a hotel or a hall. So the true litmus test would come next week when all of the children are in school and all of the teachers should be in place as to if everything is a go. So we're going to make sure that you have desks and chairs for our students, and we want to make sure that we have sufficient teachers in place. I would have passed several schools. I see the workmen are still mowing the lawns, and I see persons they're still doing some touch-up. So we're going to give them a few days and come back and give you an update as to where we go from here.
Wilson says she personally inspected schools today and realized that there are still some outstanding repairs to be done to a large number of schools. She says the union will be monitoring school repairs very closely as September 3rd approaches.
AF Adderley is incomplete. Eva Hilton, which is known as Oaksfield Primary, that's incomplete. There is some work being done right here at Sybil Strawn to the roof of one block of the school. So for the most part, I think teachers are in there. C.H. Reeves, they're still doing some work there, so we're hoping that they can get into that new block because they're in need of that. There are area vice presidents who are in the various family islands, and they are in charge of the different districts. So I'm awaiting their report.
Most schools will reopen next week. However, today, Catholic schools opened. We spoke to the Director of Catholic Education, Claudette Roll, about the school's curriculum. Additionally, Roll says the spiritual aspect of education is one of their core values.
Lives means that you're taking care of the body, you're taking care of the mind, and you're taking care of the spirit. And so the focus has to be on the physical attributes that you have and developing those. The focus also has to be on the cognitive, meaning all the academic areas, and we certainly have to take care of the spirit because the spirit is what drives everything else to make sure that we have, like I say, a better world.
Do you believe in miracles? Well, the family of Denicio believes. The 2018 GHS graduate had plans to look for a job, but as fate would have it, a chance meeting with the college president, who is a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, landed him a scholarship. Their motto is go to high school, go to college. The young man is now at Philander Smith College in Arkansas studying accounting. Vaughn Albee reports.
Dr. Roderick Smothers was the guest speaker at the fraternity's Honors Day ceremony at Government House on May 6th. The next day, he visited the government high school and by chance met graduating senior Denicio Knowles, who was not expected at school that day. He was asked to escort Dr. Smothers to the auditorium, and his unexpected college journey began. His stepmother, Nikita Knowles, said it was a miracle.
That short walk from the office to where Dr. Smothers was going to be, Dr. Smothers said he had to do something for him, and he has been true to his word. He called because even after we figured that we may not be able to make this happen for him, he said, this is God inspired and we are going to make this happen.
The college president was true to his word. He made it possible for Knowles to attend summer school, where his grades earned him a partial scholarship. College was still a financial challenge for the family, but last week, the local Alpha chapter presented Denicio with a $10,700 check.
This entire process has definitely been a miracle. It has really, anchored our faith, in humanity and in mankind, because like I told you when we spoke earlier, these gentlemen do not know us. This is the first time we've seen them, we've met them, and they have done something that it is invaluable to our family.
Denicio is the first of 10 siblings to attend college. Alpha Phi Alpha's Dr. Stephen Roll.
This is keeping in line with one of our national programs, Go to High School, Go to College. This will be the first annual Reverend Dr. O.A. Pratt Emerging Leader Scholarship. Denicio will be the first recipient of that. It is upwards of $10,000 over the course of 2018 and 2019.
And President Mike Wilson wants other male students to follow Denicio's example.
Even though Denicio wasn't a part of that program, the gentleman who we brought in to present at the program saw something in him that, he felt that he had to help push him through as well. So what I would say to young men is to make sure that you prepare yourself, as Denicio said earlier. Once you're prepared and you put yourself in the right positions, anything can happen.
And Denicio offered this advice.
Stay focused, be encouraged, pray, keep praying, and God will open and answer your prayers. He will open doors and answer your prayers.
Denicio started his freshman year this week. We wish him well. I am Vaughn Albee, ZNS Network News.
There is often a cry for help when it comes to getting to the root of crime and the social elements that accompany it. While Transformers Social Crime Intervention is one program where music is being used as a tool to discourage criminal activity, but instead use the band to promote unity, fostering discipline and growth. Jiminy the Swing reports.
Ohana means family, and that's exactly what members of the Bahamas Transformers Music Masters Band program consider themselves to be. The group has more than 100 members that comprises young people who are at risk, as well as members of the family who are helping them to turn their lives around. Dantia Lee is proud of the work of the program.
One thing I like about this program is it's a community-based, family-oriented program. They provide a variety of different things, including music. Even though I have two daughters here that are dancing, they also learn to play an instrument. They also have help with when it comes to schoolwork, after-school classes, afternoon classes. So this program is excellent.
Lee is not the only one singing the praises of the program. Band member Marquez Porter says he's transformed his troublemaking ways.
I was actually in a problem in school, and then we had to end up coming here. I learned respect and then how to play the sousaphone, and then I just got used to music. I want to be a police officer, and then a part of the police band.
For Band Director Assistant Superintendent Theodore Campbell, the program is designed to impact the lives of young people with the help of the family.
Therefore, we started a program called the Transformation Program, and it's all about
resolving the social ills. This program is not a youth program. It is a family-orientated program. It's from ages 7 all the way to ages 70. We are encouraging the family bond. We have a social ill, not a crime problem. And if we continue to take proactive measures to reach out to our young persons, one child at a time, one family at a time, one community at a time.
It's one that allows the young people to learn a number of disciplines from baby gems to majorettes and those that learn several instruments.
We have persons learning instruments such as the clarinet, the flute, the saxophone, the trumpet, the mellophone, the baritone, the trombone, the tuba. Then we have the rhythm section where persons are learning the keyboard, they're learning the bass guitar, the lead guitar. This is a program focusing on utilizing the gift of music, the gift of performing arts, to reach out to our young persons, first and foremost within the Mount Moriah community, but we are branching out.
The program is one Director Campbell hopes will be modeled into a national one to assist as many young people as possible through the gift of dance and music to direct them on a positive path. Jiminita Swain, ZNS Network News.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Crystal Darling. Central Bank amends its exchange control for non-residents. It's allowing commercial banks to establish Bahamian dollar deposit facilities for non-residents without prior exchange control approval when balances are proposed at $50,000 or less. Bank officials say this brings greater clarity to the June 2018 reforms, which are to promote financial inclusion and enhance the ease of doing business in the Bahamas. A big promotion for tourism, as the Bahamas will be featured at the Tom Joyner Family Reunion Exhibition this weekend in Kissimmee, Florida. It's all a part of the Supersize Family Expo, which is in its 16th year. It's a major African American convention which attracts more than 50,000 families every year. The Bahamas is hoping to attract some of those families to its islands. And in international news, 30 countries in Latin America and the Caribbean are seeing a steady economic increase despite international turbulence. Latin American and the Caribbean economies are expected to grow at an average of 1.5% this year due to private consumption and slight increases in investment. South America will grow by 1.2%, Central America will grow by 3.4%, and the Caribbean is expected to reach a 1.7% increase. This has been your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Crystal Darling.
Tourism today, Bahamas tourism today.
As internationally acclaimed magazine Afar continues to market the islands of the Bahamas through scores of articles, one experience that will surely be documented is the people-to-people experience at the home of Henry Lightbourne. Being a former employee of the Ministry of Tourism and Aviation, Lightbourne said he is used to inviting visitors to the destination, but was even more excited to welcome them to his home.
I always believe that if people are going to learn about the Bahamas and learn about me and learn about our culture, you got to come where the people are. And we fundamentally believe that, well, my philosophy is to know about me or to learn about me is to come eat my food and come into my home.
Eric Lekmes, a visitor from Germany, is one of the people who enjoy the experience.
It's been an absolutely incredible experience, and I feel it's been so inspiring. And I think every moment since I've been here, I think meeting, connecting with the people, and everything that the AFAR team has organized, it's been absolutely remarkable.
The Afar magazine experience included a visit to Government House to meet Governor General Dame Marguerite Pinling, lunch at Grey Cliff, painting on the beach with Bahamian artist Antonius Roberts, among other things. Officials say this type of marketing is priceless and are hoping to host more media experiences in the near future. For the Tourism Today Network, I'm Candia Smith.
We are 700 Wines and Spirits.
From Grand Bahama to San Salvador.
Just around the corner when you need us.
For every celebration and relaxation.
Committed to quality and service since 1953.
With renowned wines,
Rums and spirits.
We have 700 wines and spirits, always with ice cold beer.
And attractive promotions.
Here for you as we've always been. One name, one people, united in wines and spirits.
We are 700 Wines and Spirits.
Know how you can save more money, save more time, earn more interest, and have more for the future? The solution is an account from Fidelity Bank. With our ASU Savings, fixed deposits, and preferred client program, you can get free financial advice from our team of experts, competitive interest rates, and free online banking for simple and safe banking anytime, anywhere. Open a fixed deposit or savings account with Fidelity by visiting a branch today. Get into the rhythm of saving with Fidelity. Fidelity, we're good for you.
Ever wondered what smart health insurance feels like?
Atlantic Medical's 24/7 worldwide health insurance does most of the thinking for you.
1,500 CGI health claims are settled daily.
56% of claims settled automatically.
You can access your health plan almost anywhere, anytime.
And have smart wellness with online data tracking.
And more provider choices for you and the people who matter most.
Premier Health is smart health insurance, and it feels good.
Atlantic Medical, where people come first.
AID features Napa Auto Parts which meet or exceed OE specifications. Parts for Asian vehicles are available at great prices. Filters from $2, brakes from $22, tie rod ends from $21, head gaskets from $10, and fuel pumps from $32. AID is also your destination for the best selection of automotive accessories. Hubcap sets from $22.45, steering wheel covers from $4.50. Car mat sets from $8.45 and seat covers from $34.44. Wipers, wash and wax products, motor oils, and automotive chemicals for every vehicle. Angle grinders from $44.53, pressure washers from $162. For the month of August, Napa gaskets are 15% off at all AID locations. AID is now open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. AID, Blue Hill Road and Wolf Road have all you really need and more.
Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store has all your back-to-school needs. Find ready-made uniforms and uniform fabrics for all schools in the Bahamas. You can also have your skirts custom-made. Check out our uniform package deals to help stretch your dollar. Get a skirt, jumper, or pants with a blouse or skirt and a pair of socks in a package for one low price. Find the latest backpacks and school supplies. Shop and save at Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store on Mackey Street. Call 393-0758.
We've all got plans for our golden years. Unfortunately for many, this may just be wishful thinking. To generate an annual income in retirement of $70,000 for 20 years at a rate of return of 5%, with inflation running at 3%, requires more than $1.1 million. So how do you save that much money? Many companies provide a group pension plan to help their employees by deducting an amount each month from their pay to contribute to the plan. Personal Pension Plan, or PPP, is similar to a group plan, but offered only to individuals. These plans offer many of the same benefits and features. Contact us for more information on...
While the return of some students being made a bit easier thanks to executives of Cruise Line teaming up with a non-profitable organization to give back to those in need, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line has donated backpacks to students at the Bahamas Children's Emergency Hostel on McKinney Drive. Vice President of Government Relations of the Americas for Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited, Russell Benford, said the cruise line has been coming to the Bahamas for the past 50 years and notes how important it is to be a good corporate sponsor.
We always want to be a great corporate partner. We saw the call to action for the event today. We saw that these beautiful kids needed back to school supplies, and we just jumped in and wanted to help. So this is our community as well. I mean, we want to have a positive impact in all parts of the community, not just the port, not just for our cruise passengers, but we want to touch as many parts, the different parts of the Bahamas as we can, the family islands, here in Nassau, but the children are important, right? That's our greatest resource. So if we can do good work on behalf of our young people, not just here in Nassau, but all over the world, I think we're better for it as a company.
Representative from the charitable organization Random Acts of Kindness, Neio Hinzi, says giving back to the less fortunate is something the organization strives on daily. Meanwhile, Administrative Assistant of the Bahamas Children's Emergency Hostel, Leslie Smith, applauds both organizations for their generous gifts.
We live off donations, and anybody is welcome to bring any items, any school items, anything. We appreciate it. We really, really appreciate it.
We feel it's very important to give back to our community as a whole in the Bahamas for persons who have needs, whether it be children. In this instance, school supplies are needed. We also give back to the elderly, different organizations, different communities. We give back to those in need around the Bahamas.
Stay close. Sports and weather are up next. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight.
Move forward, Bahamas, and build high into the sky. Move upward and colorize those new walls. Move onward and build a garden to last a lifetime. Move together and settle into that new home. There's a lot of places you can do it for yourself, but there's one place to do it right. Builders Mall. We know exactly what motto you live by, and even the pros know building is just a part of what we do. So move forward, Bahamas. And remember, you can find it all at Builders Mall.
Life is full of choices. Some are tough, while others, like shopping for weekly specials at Super Value and quality supermarkets, are very, very easy. Snack pack juicy gels or puddings 4-pack $1.79. Danish spare ribs $2.49 per pound. Lay's chips 1 ounce bags 2 for 99 cents. Mart's apple juice 11.5 ounce can 69 cents. Gala apples 4 for 99 cents. Armor lunch makers 2.6 ounce size 2 for $3. The obvious choice for savings is Super Value and quality supermarkets.
I'm a senior citizen and I embrace change. That's why RBC Digital Banking is the way to go. I can sit at home and pay all my utility bills, send money to someone else, pay my Visa card. It's simple, safe, secure, and it saves you quality time. I'm Beverly Wallace Whitfield and I enjoy being an RBC Digital Banking client.
We are Machinery and Energy Limited, your cat dealer for the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, and the Cayman Islands. We also carry a selection of allied brands like JLG, Wacker Neuson, and Solaire. Our extensive product line includes tractors, excavators, backhoe loaders, telehandlers, forklifts, light towers, aerial equipment, marine engines, and of course, our specialty cat generator sets. Need parts or equipment maintenance? We offer that too. Everything you need all in one place. Visit one of our branches in Nassau, Freeport, or Abaco for your construction and power generation needs.
Shell is taking you on an exciting journey with its summer promotion. Now through September 14th, enter for your chance to win a brand new 2018 Toyota Yaris. Just make a minimum purchase of $20 worth of fuel from any Shell service station in Nassau. Answer the skill question on the entry form and submit. The grand prize will be drawn on September 14th. Other weekly prizes include free fuel vouchers and VIP packages to see Jay-Z and Beyonce live in concert August 31st at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. For more info, visit their Facebook page at Sunoil Bahamas.
Time now for a check on temperatures around our family islands. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us live in studio with the latest. Hello again, Basil.
Hi, LaDawn. Today, the heat index got up to 98 degrees, and right now we're going to take a look at temperatures around the family islands, and they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 86 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Grand Tulkey, and Abaco at 86. Marsh Harbor, Abaco with some heavy cloud there at 84 degrees. In the Berry Islands, 84. Also, Allenstown, Bimini reporting 84 degrees. 84 is also in Harbor Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 83. Otterstown, Cat Island, 83. Stanley Key in Exumachin and Kemp Space, St. Andrews at 84. Fresh Creek, Central Andrews reporting 85 degrees. And if we can just take you back into a little further in San Salvador, Rum Key and Georgetown, Exuma all at 83 degrees, 83 in Betsy Bay, Maguana, Crooked Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, Acklands, Ragged Island, Matthewtown at 84, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 83 degrees. Your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. In the northwest Bahamas tonight through Tuesday, which is tomorrow, the winds will be southeast at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide takes place at 8:26 tonight. You'll have another high tide at 8:45 tomorrow morning for the central and southeastern islands into Tuesday. East to southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, wave heights choppy at 4 to 7 feet. So caution flags up for you boaters in the central and southeast Bahamas. And on Wednesday, in the northwestern islands, the winds become more zonal. That is winds blowing from the east at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide 9:23 in the morning. The low tide will take place at 3:34 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands on Wednesday, easterly winds as well, 12 to 18 knots, the wave heights coming down 3 to 6 feet over the ocean. And that's going to do it for your boating forecast. It is time now for your travel forecast. And your travel forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that's going to do it for your travel forecast brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is coming up in about 22 minutes.
Welcome to Tips for Wellness. I'm Dr. Indira Grimes. For some people, asthma is a minor nuisance. For others, it can be a major problem that interferes with daily activities and may lead to a life-threatening asthma attack. Asthma is a condition in which your airways narrow and swell and produce extra mucus. This can make breathing difficult and trigger coughing, wheezing, and shortness of breath. Asthma symptoms range from minor to severe and vary from person to person. Asthma signs and symptoms include shortness of breath, chest tightness or pain, trouble sleeping caused by shortness of breath, coughing, or wheezing, a whistling or wheezing sound when exhaling. Wheezing is a common sign of asthma in children. Coughing or wheezing attacks that are worsened by a respiratory virus such as the cold or the flu. For some people, asthma symptoms flare up in certain situations like when exercising or doing physical activity in the workplace where chemicals, gases, or dust can be irritants, and asthma can be triggered by allergies. If you have been diagnosed with asthma or suspect you may have asthma, please see your doctor regularly and your condition can be monitored and treated. Severe asthma attacks can be life-threatening. Work with your doctor ahead of time to determine what to do when your signs and symptoms worsen and when you need emergency treatment. This has been Tips for Wellness. I'm Dr. Indira Grimes. Live your best life by living well.
Introducing the Subway Simple 6 menu. 6 of our best 6-inch subs, now and made just for you meals for just $7.50 every day. Take your pick from our best subs, like the Italian BMT, tender turkey breast, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, and more. Pile them high with all of your favorite veggies, made just the way you say, with a 21-ounce drink and a bag of chips. The new Simple 6 menu is value made simple every day. Yeah, you so got it made. Subway, eat fresh.
Little Generals on East Street South is well known for the best quality and lowest prices on all your grocery and houseware needs. Little Generals has a large selection of meats, produce, dairy items, water and juices, all your favorite snacks, housewares, vegan products, gourmet items, and health supplements. Anything you can think of, it's all sold right here at Little Generals. Little Generals also provides the best customer service, making you want to come back again and again. So visit Little Generals today on East Street South. Call 325-5798.
Whether you want to get going in a new car, to relax at home while you pay bills on your mobile banking app, to get the best rewards with your credit card, or to get a sure start on your little one's future. Whether you want a quick response on your loan or just a range of services that keep your business running smoothly, you want banking that fits your life. CIBC First Caribbean. Banking that fits your life.
Life happens, and when it does, FG Insurance Agents and Brokers is here. We help you protect the assets you've worked hard to attain. We offer home, auto, marine, commercial, and liability insurance. Don't hesitate to protect what matters with FG Insurance Agents and Brokers. Visit us and speak to your agent today, or call us at 396-1490 in Nassau or 688-1500 in Freeport.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Monday. We kick off with breaking news. The Bahamas Bowl will have a new sponsor. Elk Grove bought the naming rights to the game, which is staged on Christmas Eve at the National Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. The Christmas Classic will now be called the Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl instead of the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl. This is the 5th year the bowl game will be played.
In fact, they're the largest industrial park in the United States, so this is quite a different type of relationship. But what they're trying to do, and this is Elk Grove Village, is to show how the synergies and a marriage between one of the largest sporting franchises and business, how well that can work together. And they felt that this was the best way to showcase that relationship. So this is a huge move for them, and to have them come into the Bahamas. But this is a company out of Illinois, and it allows us to promote the Bahamas in perhaps an area that would not have been front of mind, if I can put it that way. And so to get our message out there with a very trusted company out of Illinois, huge company. When you talk about the largest industrial park in the United States, you realize how large a footprint we're talking about. So all around, we think this is a great, great development.
Wide receiver for the New England Patriots, Philip Dorsett, lined up in his third preseason game on Saturday night against the North Carolina Panthers. Dorsett, who had recorded only one catch in the previous 2 games, had a breakout performance despite the 25-14 loss. Dorsett had 4 catches for 36 yards. It was his best game thus far as a Patriot. Preseason is well underway in the NFL, and the Miami Dolphins are switching up plays before the season starts in September so they can run into the end zone when it counts. Minister of Education, Science and Technology, the Honorable Jeffrey Lloyd, said the Bahamas is the second home for the professional team.
This is a sports country, so you bring the Dolphins and mix them with Bahamians and you wouldn't know the difference, whether they... because this is a committed town to the Miami Dolphins. I can show you of that. And we're not talking about them today, but I also should say the Miami Hurricanes, yes. University of Miami. And you're right there from the University of Florida Gators. So we adopt Florida, Nate. We just love Florida.
The collegiate volleyball season is spike on, and Edric Poitier, head coach of the women's volleyball program at Savannah State University in Georgia, is ready to bump, set, and spike their way to a conference title.
We're looking forward to a much better season this year. We're very excited about what we were able to bring in this past summer. Notwithstanding the absence of 2 of our starters, I think the team has gotten a little bit better than we were last year. It would have been nice to have those 2 players that are left, along with the new ones that we brought in, which would have made us a whole lot better. We haven't lost anything in terms of talent, and so I'm expecting us to perform well this year. We had a scrimmage this past Friday, and even though we're still a way off from where we need to be, what it showed me is that we have a very tough serving team, and that's crucial at this level, because if teams can give you a lot of free balls, or if we can get them out of system with our serving, it'll make our job a whole lot easier. And so I'm excited. I believe we have a player that's capable of, I believe, winning Rookie of the Year this year. Very tough, 5'11" outside hitter from Puerto Rico, and we're looking forward to great things from her, as well as the addition of a new player from Barbados, Ashley Jordan, a 6-foot setter. She's coming and put up some big blocks on the right side, and we were very excited about it.
Nathaniel McKinney hung up his sprints several years ago, but that doesn't mean he's out of the race. The former 400-meter Olympian now runs with the youth of the community where he grew up, Hay and Comfort Streets to be exact. McKinney's DC Sports Summer Program climaxed with a fun day on Junkanoo Beach on Saturday. The participants were introduced to the technical side of 3 sporting disciplines: soccer, basketball, and track and field.
We're using sports as an avenue for peace, and beyond the sports, we want to work on our social development skills with the kids, teaching them how to act, teaching them about life situations and so forth.
All the participants were given backpacks filled with goodies to help jumpstart their school year. Amanda Hanna is happy that her daughter took part in the program. She encourages other parents to have an open mind to programs like McKinney's, which is designed to assist inner city residents.
And he's the type of person that if you can show that your child will be disciplined, you can show that your child will be able to grow to become somebody. He pushed them. You understand? He pushed them to be the person they are now. For example, my baby, she's actually going to St. John's because of him. She plays ball, and she was actually honored to her graduation about the ball. So, yeah, I would recommend anybody to come into his program because it's a very good program.
Ikena Johnson will step into the ring in a couple of days. She's vying for the president's post in the Bahamas Boxing Federation. The election is set for Friday, August 31st. Here are some of the initiatives Johnson hopes to implement if she is successful.
We want to redevelop the sport, and we wanted to take it from an avenue where youngsters who love the sport will be able to participate even on the curriculum. We probably can move as far as putting it on the curriculum so we can have it in our school systems. Because with all the violence right now today, it's crucial that we go ahead and we inculcate these programs so that it could be effective and these youngsters would be able to get involved in something positive.
That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
No matter what your goals are in life, you have to start somewhere. It all begins with Leno. Leno, bridging possibilities. Call us at 396-3225 or email info@lenobahamas.com.
Looking to upgrade your refrigerator stove or purchase an affordable home generator? We've got the perfect solution for you. Bahamas Welding and Fire is the best choice for the lowest prices in town. We carry top-of-the-line outdoor barbecue grills, air conditioners, refrigerators, stoves, generators, industrial hardware, and garden supplies with a wide assortment of tools and accessories. Open Monday through Saturday. Telephone 394-0004. BWF, we're more than just our name.
Whether you want to get going in a new car, to relax at home while you pay bills on your mobile banking app, to get the best rewards with your credit card, or to get a sure start on your little one's future. Whether you want a quick response on your loan or just a range of services that keep your business running smoothly, you want banking that fits your life. CIBC First Caribbean, banking that fits your life.
Robin Hood flour is bigger and better. When you bake with Robin Hood, you're baking with the best. And you get more for your money. Next time you shop at the food store, stop and compare. Robin Hood flour gives you more for your money. Go with the flour that's bigger and better. Robin Hood flour. Find it at your favorite food store.
Life is better with Rubis Rewards. Just fuel up and swipe for your chance to win free fuel, cash back in our stores, restaurant and store discounts from our partners, plus prizes and surprises. It doesn't get better than this. Your Rubis Reward tag is free at every Rubis service station in New Providence. Get yours today. Rubis, it's just better.
By Chef Boyardee and Libby's Vienna sausages, and you could win $2,000 for a family vacation or other great prizes for back to school. Enter at Pritchard's on Robinson Road today. Promotion ends August 31st.
Today is a day for fun. Today is a day for family. So why should yesterday's worries affect my today? That's why I insure my family with J.S. Johnson, because their mission is to provide us with the best insurance coverage possible. With J.S. Johnson, I know my family comes first, so I take comfort in knowing that they always have us covered, providing us with a great today and an even better tomorrow.
J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
Clean clothes for the family, uniforms for the baby, suit for mommy and daddy. We wash the breasts and clean the suit. If you wanna look fly and you wanna look clean, if you wanna look fresh, better than all the rest. Bring on your church clothes and all your work clothes. Bring on your children's clothes. Super wash.
The Morning Edition is here on the ZNS Television Network, waking up to traffic, weather, news, and developing stories. It's the Morning Edition with your ZNS News team, waking you up.
Hey, have you heard? ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Whether you're on the move or just kicking back. Miss something on the news? It's there. Want to keep up with a live update? It's there. Or just want to listen to your favorite station? It's there too. Download the app now from the App Store and Google Play Store.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at what is, we head into the peak of the tropical cyclone season. We look out there in the Atlantic and still have lots of that African dust being advected all the way towards the west. As you can see, it's spreading all the way to just south of Hispaniola, and that means the suppression of those tropical waves will continue. Also, we have the upper level winds continuing to show off any kind of development, so conditions remain very much unfavorable for tropical cyclone development, and that will continue at least for the next 5 days. But on our home front, we still have lots of activity taking place. We have a surface trough just to the north of the Bahamas, and then there's a little mid to upper level trough spinning out just to the north and east, and that is kind of troughing right across the central Bahamas, and those two systems together will keep our atmosphere pretty much unstable over the next several days, so you can anticipate pockets of showers and even some thunderstorms developing into the middle of this week. Tonight we're going in for patchy clouds, some showers developing late, but they will be in spots, so you may or may not get some of these showers later on tonight. 79 degrees will be your low temperature, and tomorrow we're looking at periods of clouds and sunshine. There will be pockets of showers and thunderstorms developing once again, particularly in the morning hours, and then they will return again in the late afternoon to evening hours. High temperature tomorrow should get up to about 89 degrees. The heat index should be somewhere around 98 degrees. And your extended weather forecast over the next 7 days, showers continuing pretty much all week long. On Friday seems to be your best shot of an extended period of sunshine, but the weekend is looking pretty wet, as another trough will move into the area, and that will continue right into Sunday, but the early part of next week is promising to be pretty much okay. So we're going to have some seesaw conditions in terms of rainfall over the next several days.
Well, Basil and all of you viewers out there, Kelsey has a special treat for us tomorrow. Kelsey?
Actually, it was LaDawn's idea because she's going to go home tonight and watch Drake's Kiki. I think that's what it's called, Kiki. And we're all going to do the Kiki challenge tomorrow. So Basil, you're going to come ready, go on YouTube, and watch Drake's Kiki, and make sure you're writing.
I will do my homework.
We're going to learn how to do the Kiki challenge, Basil. I know that you have a birthday greeting as well?
Yes, it's Richard Rudon's birthday, so we want to wish him a sweet 21st birthday. It's really not his exact age. He's about 75.
Happy birthday, Richard Rudon. And with that, we end the Bahamas Tonight, the national report for all of us here at ZNS. I'm with Dawn Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.
What you see and hear on this television station is governed by IRCA's Code of Practice for Content Regulation. The Code of Practice covers matters relating to program content that are of concern to the community.